And I want to get serious for a second, but also have a little fun. I know by the time this show airs, it's the whole Eddie Van Halen thing will have passed a little bit. But speaking of long hair, right? He actually had short hair more recently over the recent years here. But I do want to call out a special, tribute to Eddie Van Halen, who was a rock icon. When you talk about your iconic rock star and who they should be and what they should be, this guy was about as iconic as you can get. Sad news on the passing of Eddie Van Halen, and I love Van Halen. One of the regrets I have is that I actually never saw Van Halen live. I've seen a lot of concerts live in my life, and Van Halen was not one of them. But thoughts on Eddie Van Halen and his passing, and any influence that he might have had on you and the music that you enjoy listening to these days?
Well, I'm not obviously, but I'm more of a Lee Roth and Hagar fan in that whole Van Halen debate. And I was playing Van Halen records last night just because of the passing of Eddie, and looking at the picture, like I noticed the hair, honestly, and I was like, man, did Eddie do this? And I thought this, did Eddie do this to fit in? Because if you know him and Alex and their history, and a lot of rock stars, they kind of grew up as nerds. And
a lot of these guys did. Yeah.
Like once they get into the lifestyle and stuff, you have to fit in a little bit. And I wonder if Eddie's hair was just like, hey, I'm a rock and roller now, so I got to keep growing it. But I have the albums. I'm big on vinyl, so like I miss holding something and looking and reading about the actual making of the album. And in Diver Down, one of their first ones, they have the inside has pictures of all the bands and stuff. And when you just look at those guys and know their ages, and then think of like that album, the album after, like these are 20-something-year-old kids that are changing music. Like that's the one thing I always think with Eddie Van Halen, more so than the riffs, as much as the technology that he brought to music that wasn't being done in the early 80s.
Yeah, you're right. And he's one of those guys, and that's one of those bands too, Van Halen, where it doesn't matter whether you liked them, you didn't like them, they influence music. The music that you listen to, and I say you being everyone on the show that listens, they influence that music. I don't care what it is.